In this study, we focused on one compound, trenbolone acetate, a testosterone-like growth promoter used in beef cattle. And we demonstrated that unexpected transformation pathways in the environment lead to exposure that we didn't expect. If this was just one compound, that might not be such a problem. But this is representative of a broader suite of emerging contaminants. TBA is implanted in cattle as a pill so we put a pill in their ear. They'll get between 4 and 6 of those typically through their lifetime. And that pill slowly dissolves and undergoes a series of chemical reactions in the cow. And what comes out the other end of the cow is 17-alpha-trenbolone, which is a slightly different chemical version, but equally potent in terms of being a steroid. As goes the manure, goes the 17-alpha-trenbolone. So in a feedlot situation, when it rains, that's going to rush off of the landscape and into either a collection pond or straight into surface water bodies. If we're collecting that manure, we'll often use it later as a fertilizer, and that fertilizer will be land applied with the 17-alpha-trenbolone in it. Remember, these are incredibly potent steroids. We designed them to be potent. We designed them to persist so they don't break down in cattle and continue to have that impact. Now, when these reach the environment, they do the same thing to fish. We've seen at a few nanograms per liter reduced ability for reproduction, partial or complete sex reversal of female into male, and altered behavior in female species. This is just one in a class of compounds that are called contaminants of emerging concern, often thought of as endocrine disrupting compounds, meaning they screw up our endocrine system in our bodies. Studies by the USGS have found hundreds of different compounds in environmental waters, wastewaters, and even polished drinking waters, meaning what comes out of your tap. So this compound is something of a canary in a coal mine. It's representing complications that we see with countless other chemicals when we release them into the environment. What we release into the environment is just the starting point for a cascade of chemical reactions that are going to take place, sometimes with unintended consequences. One example of this is the release of estrone, an estrogenic compound, into the environment. It undergoes a transformation into 17-beta-estradiol, which is more potent than what we initially released. That means the product, what is unexpectedly made in the environment, is more harmful than what we put into the environment. I think it's time in the US that we reassess the way we're regulating. Our focus on individual compounds has been highly successful in getting us to where we are today, which is some of the cleanest water in the world. The next step is thinking about these unexpected transformations that are occurring in the environment and how we can manage the cascade of potential products and their joint effect on us and our human health.